Armaan Bhatia on the other side. Tons of hype, especially coming off that event in Vietnam. He and Zane Navratil, the big upset over Ben Johns and Dekel Bar.
Yeah, for him to get a win over Ben Johns and be playing the Asia Tour is really crazy, and that means he's playing some really good doubles, and hopefully he can transition that over into singles here.
Point.
Not only that, got the big endorsement from Zane, basically shouting out all MLP teams, sign this guy right now.
Yeah, when Zane says sign someone for MLP, you want to listen. That guy's a legend in MLP, that's for sure.
Point.
First point to Jack Sock.
Three zero. Point.
It's just so crazy how Jack he's so athletic, he can run around his backhand all the way to the corner and create something off of it, and the disguise that he has with that shot is so good.
Point.
And it's working here early on for Jack.
So when Bhatia is coming forward too and Jack is running around that backhand, it's really hard for your opponent to see which way you're going because Jack holds it for so long. He can go line or he can go short cross.
Point. Timeout receiver, 6-0.
So not the start Bhatia was looking for. 6-0 here out of the gates. And now 7-0, and that was a wicked attack from Mr. Sock.
This is a really good start for Jack here. I mean, he's firing on all angles early on. He's hitting his ground strokes big. He's coming to the net. He's really putting a lot of pressure on Armaan. So let's see how Armaan can kind of counter this from Jack here.
7-0. Set, serve. 7-0. Point.
Yeah, you can't miss shots like that, especially when you're down by so much. You just want to get the first ball in. Even I would like to see him stay back on that return. And if Jack is hitting such a quality serve, just stay back and get the ball in play and then try and move forward on the next one.
That forehand right now from Jack is just exploding off the paddle.
And I think too, especially with the conditions here in Vegas, you know, the air is a little thinner. It definitely favors Jack and his ground strokes, and the way his motion on his forehand is so whippy, it really just penetrates through the court here and with the thin air.
Point.
So another point for Sock. That one just sailed a few inches long, and we are
10-0.
at game point in the blink of an eye. Oh, no, he didn't.
It's just so hard to read. It's just such a good shot.
Jack Sock, a pickle to start things off. Armaan Bhatia on the other side, getting tons of hype coming into this match. Sock quietly says, I got something for you.
Jack really wants to show him who the big dog is here.
And our Pickleball TV crew, thanks so much for making us part of your Tuesday. See if Bhatia has an answer.
And Bhatia needs a good start here. I mean, going down 0-11 in the first game is not how you want to start a match. So he just needs to get a little momentum here. And thankfully he got the first point here. So hopefully he can kind of take it and run with it.
Take a deep breath after that one. That first one, so hard to get.
And sometimes too, Drew, when you win the first game 11-0, you kind of almost wish that there was a few harder points in the first game just to kind of get a rhythm and get yourself going, versus sometimes when the player comes out and they're not playing their best, it's a little bit harder to keep that focus for game two because you know you didn't lose a point.
Saw Bhatia go to the left hand there briefly. Talked about the parity in men's singles. If Jack Sock is playing like this moving forward, he is going to be a problem for the rest of the field.
Absolutely. And I think Jack always has that factor to him as well of he can kind of come out against anyone and play lights out. And he's definitely someone that when you see him on the other side of the draw, he's a scary opponent because you never really know how he's going to be playing. Because if he's on, I mean, he could beat anyone in the game.
Point.
That's a little bit better of a structured point from Armaan there. I like to see him take that serve out wide to Jack's backhand, make Jack run around it, and then spread him in the open court. I think sometimes, too, when you have someone like Jack who has such a good forehand, if you spread him to that side first, you open up the court, and then you go into the backhand, you kind of can get a few loose errors.
Oh, nicely done by Armaan Bhatia. Now starting to gain a little confidence.
Yeah, he's definitely finding his rhythm here early on in game 2, and let's see if he can kind of maintain this through the next few points here and keep the momentum going.
3-2. Point.
Did see Armaan on a few podcasts recently. Certainly doesn't lack any confidence. And Parrish, you kind of need that, right, as a singles player.
For sure. You know, I was actually, the last few weeks, people have been asking me about, well, how do you play singles and how do you stay focused? And I was like, you kind of have to be a little crazy to play singles. And honestly, like a lot of the top tennis players too, it's like there's this psyche kind of in us that we're a little crazy and we're a little psycho, and sometimes it works and it comes out. And I mean, the crazier you can be and play singles, sometimes the better.
5-2.
Here's to being crazy. 5-2 now for Armaan, and that one just wide, so Sako have side out here down 3.
What I've noticed too in game 2 early on from Armaan is he's really picked up the depth of his shots, and he's penetrating through the court so much more than game 1, and he's putting Jack on his heels.
Point. 3-5. Point.
That's the pressure that Jack puts on his opponents, though. Even if he's coming forward and he didn't hit that good of a shot, I felt like, especially on that approach shot, Armaan felt like he had to come up with an amazing pass versus, you know, just putting it in the open court, because that's the presence that Jack has on the court.
4-5.
Another misfire from Bhatia, so tied at 5. He had a 5-2 lead moments ago. It evaporated just like that.
5-5. Point.
Now the lead back to Sock.
I'd like to see Bhatia, when he's pulled in the corners, give Jack more of a slow roll to his feet when he gets up to the kitchen line.
Side out.
So much needed timeout for Bhatia, and he makes it pay off right there.
I liked the point construction there from Bhatia. He's moving Jack around a little bit more on the baseline, and I think that's going to really benefit him in game 2, especially later on here.
Point.
Yeah, the depth even on Bhatia's shots, you can just tell. I mean, Jack is on his back heel, so Jack's going to have to start creating a little bit more and trying to come into the net if he can, especially off the serve here.
6-6.
Well, don't listen to me, I guess.
7-6.
Oh, had it set up nicely, did Armaan, just couldn't finish it off. That's a frustrating sequence right there.
I loved the shot from him to dip it low at Jack's feet coming to the kitchen. I think on the next one, if he could go slow back and roll it behind Jack to his backhand at the kitchen versus trying to pass him outright, that's going to set him up for the next shot.
Point.
And it kind of carries over into that next point, Paris, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and I think too, Bhatia could have been thinking about the previous shot as well, and
7-7.
that definitely sometimes can turn into multiple points versus just one bad point like you see there.
Point.
That's 3 loose errors right there, just from that 1 point.
8-7.
Oh,
Point.
hit that one nearly parallel to the kitchen, just perfectly placed.
That's just vintage from Jack.
9-7.
Jack Sock now a point away from a 2-game victory over Armaan Bhatia. He has been impressive here on championship court.
I do really think these conditions favor Jack's game just a ton here, and I'm really curious to see how he's able to kind of move through the rest of the draw with these conditions.
Jack Sock.
Point game match.
Wow. As good a match as he had played. We just witnessed vintage Jack Sock, the number 6 seed, over Armaan Bhatia. 11-0, 11-7. He is moving on to the round of 32. Jack Sock, so impressive here on championship court as we continue our coverage of the Ray Vegas Cup. Drew Felios here alongside Paris Todd, and now Jack joins us courtside in the winner's circle. And Jack, just give you an idea of how competitive men's singles has been lately. You have been playing unbelievable singles pickleball over the last 6 months, but still searching for that elusive gold medal. Just tell us about the journey, just the battle to eventually stand on the top of the podium and get that done.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of work, obviously, as I mean, Paris knows, one of the top women's singles players, and the guys field is so diverse now. There's so many good players. I think I saw something. There's out of the last 7 or 8 tournaments, there's been almost a new winner, I think, every week. And I've been right there. I think, yeah, I think my work and stuff off the court is showing. And I think I feel so much more confident, so much better on court. Mentally, feel a lot healthier this year compared to last year. Physically, feel a lot better. And yeah, and ready to hopefully get a gold here sooner than later. Don't really want that looming over my head anymore. So I'm on a mission to get one.
And Jack, great playing. Congratulations. How do you feel like the conditions in Vegas favor your game?
I mean, there's a little bit of altitude, but in the dry heat. So as a profuse sweater like myself, I like it out here instead of Virginia Beach where it's crazy humid. So hopefully I don't have to change as much and sweat through shoes and everything. So it's more comfortable conditions for me. And then, I don't know, the ball feels good here. There's a little bit of altitude, which helps, I think, with all these crazy hot paddles. Maybe guys can't control it as much. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully play my game, use a little bit more control and finesse, and yeah, see how it goes this week.
So much pressure, Jack, to go out there, do what you do. I know we got Dallas right around the corner, eventually 2025 coming to a close. But through all the pressure, you always seem to have fun. How do you do that here in the game of pickleball? Just continue to make it fun.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think obviously my previous chapter and career in tennis, a lot more stressful, a lot more strain on the mind and the travel and everything. And towards the end of tennis, I just told myself I was going to compete again and be on a court. I want to enjoy it. And also at the end of the day, we are playing pickleball for a living. So if you can't have fun and enjoy that, you might need to check yourself a little bit, because it's one of the greatest jobs you can have. And I want to enjoy it. I also want to be the best I possibly can at it, but also just want to enjoy it because we're very blessed to do it.
Loving the journey, Jack. Keep up the great work. We'll see you in the round of 32.